English to Success. Your Path to Success.
Chapter 1. The Mysterious Map. One sunny afternoon, Emma and her brother Leo were playing in their backyard. As they ran through the tall grass, Leo noticed something shiny under a tree. He bent down and picked it up. It was an old, rolled-up map. "Look, Emma! It's a map!" Leo said, excited. Emma took the map and unrolled it. The paper was yellow and old, with strange drawings and markings. In the corner, there was a picture of an island with tall mountains and a big X marking a spot. "Do you think this is real?" Emma asked. Leo squinted at the map. "I don't know, but it looks like a treasure map." Emma felt her heart race with excitement. "Maybe we can find this island." Leo nodded. "Let's go on an adventure." Chapter 2. The Boat Ride. The next morning, Emma and Leo told their parents about the map. Their parents smiled and gave them a small boat for the adventure. "We can't wait to see where this map takes us," Emma said, holding the boat's paddle. Leo looked at the map again. "It says the island is far away, across the ocean." Emma and Leo rowed the boat out onto the water. They could see their town getting smaller and smaller behind them. The waves were calm, and the sun was shining brightly. "It's going to be a long trip," Emma said, looking out at the big ocean ahead. Leo smiled. "We can do it! We have the map!" Chapter 3. The Big Storm. After a few hours of rowing, the sky started to change. The sun disappeared, and dark clouds filled the sky. A strong wind blew, and the waves became bigger. "This is scary," Emma said, holding onto the boat. Leo gripped the oars tightly. "Don't worry, we'll be okay." But the wind kept blowing harder, and the boat started to rock. Suddenly, a huge wave splashed over the boat, and Emma and Leo got wet. "We have to stay calm," Leo shouted over the noise of the storm. Emma nodded, feeling a little scared. She looked at the map, but the rain made it hard to see. Just then, the storm suddenly stopped. The clouds cleared, and the sun came out again. "That was close," Emma said, looking around. "But where are we?" Leo looked at the map. "I think we're still on the right path. Let's keep going." Chapter 4. The Strange Island. After the storm, the boat slowly moved toward an island. It was small and had tall trees and big rocks. "Look, Leo, we're almost there," Emma shouted. When they reached the shore, they got out of the boat and looked around. The island was quiet. There were no other people. Only the sound of birds and the rustling of leaves filled the air. "This is it," Leo said, holding the map. "The island from the map." They followed a path through the trees. The ground was soft and muddy, and the air smelled fresh. As they walked, they saw strange plants and colorful flowers. They even saw a small animal with green fur. "This place is amazing," Emma said, taking pictures with her camera. Leo smiled. "Let's find the treasure." Chapter 5. The First Clue. After walking for a while, they came to a large rock with a strange symbol carved into it. Emma knelt down to take a closer look. "What is this?" she asked. Leo studied the symbol on the rock. It looked like a circle with lines around it. "I think it's a clue. We should look for more signs like this." They continued their journey, feeling more and more excited. The map showed the X was somewhere near the mountains. As they walked, they found more symbols carved on trees, rocks, and stones. Each symbol led them closer to the mountain. "This is so fun," Emma said, holding the map. "I think we're getting close." Chapter 6. The Mountain Path. When they reached the base of the mountain, Emma and Leo looked up. The mountain was tall and covered in thick trees. There was a path leading up, but it looked steep and hard to climb. Are you ready for this? Leo asked, looking at Emma. Emma smiled. Let's do it! They started climbing the path, taking small steps. The air was cooler at the top, and the trees grew taller. They stopped for a break halfway up the mountain. I think we're getting closer, Emma said, looking at the map. Leo agreed. Let's keep going. Chapter 7. The Hidden Cave. At the top of the mountain, they found a hidden cave. The entrance was covered with vines and leaves. Do you think the treasure is inside? Emma asked, looking at Leo. Leo nodded. This must be it. The map says the treasure is hidden inside a cave. They carefully stepped inside. The cave was dark and cool, with walls that sparkled as if covered in gems. This place is beautiful, Emma whispered. They walked deeper into the cave, using a flashlight to see. Suddenly, Leo stopped. Look, he said, pointing to a small wooden box on the ground. It had strange symbols on it, just like the ones they saw earlier. This must be the treasure, Emma said excitedly. Chapter 8. The Secret Lock. Leo knelt down to open the box, but when he tried, it wouldn't open. There's a lock, Leo said, trying to turn it. But how do we open it? Emma looked at the box and noticed something strange. There were small holes in the lock, shaped like the symbols they had seen on the island. I think we need to match the symbols, Emma said, looking at the map. They quickly searched the cave and found more symbols carved into the walls. They pressed the symbols in the right order, and with a loud click, the box opened. Inside, there was a beautiful golden necklace sparkling in the light. This is it! We found the treasure, Leo said, holding up the necklace. Emma smiled. We did it! Chapter 9. The Return Journey. After finding the treasure, Emma and Leo decided it was time to go home. They carefully packed the necklace in the map and made their way back to the boat. The sun was setting, and the sky was turning orange and pink. They rowed the boat back across the ocean, their hearts full of joy. We did it, Leo! We found the treasure, Emma said, smiling. Leo nodded. This was the best adventure ever. Chapter 10. The Treasure's Secret. Back at home, Emma and Leo showed their parents the treasure. The necklace was beautiful, but there was something even more special about it. We think the necklace has magic, Emma said. It helped us find the treasure. Their parents were amazed. You two are incredible. But remember, it's not just about the treasure. It's about the adventure and the lessons you learned along the way. Emma and Leo smiled at each other, knowing they would always remember their great adventure to the Lost Island. Chapter 11. The Magic of the Necklace. After finding the treasure and returning home, Emma and Leo noticed something strange about the golden necklace. When they touched it, it seemed to glow softly in the dark. This is so weird, Leo said, holding the necklace in his hand. It's like it has a life of its own. Emma nodded. It feels magical. That night, Emma had a strange dream. In the dream, she saw a beautiful tree with silver leaves glowing in the moonlight. A voice whispered in her ear, "The necklace holds the key to many secrets." Emma woke up with a start. She knew that the adventure wasn't over yet. There was more to discover. Chapter 12. The Second Map. The next day, Emma and Leo decided to look more closely at the map they had found on the island. As they spread it out on the table, they noticed something new. A small part of the map that they hadn't seen before started to glow. "What is that?" Leo asked, pointing at the glowing part. "It looks like another island," Emma said, "but it's not on the map we found." They stared at the map in awe. It was as if the map had changed, showing a new adventure waiting for them. "We have to go there," Emma said with excitement. "This is the next part of the adventure." Chapter 13. The second journey begins. Emma and Leo packed their bags and got ready for another journey. They told their parents about the new discovery, but their parents were worried. "Are you sure you want to go again?" their mother asked. "Yes, we have to," Emma said. "There's more to the treasure than we know." So Emma and Leo set off on their new adventure. This time, they took a different boat and sailed toward the mysterious second island on the map. Chapter 14. A New Challenge. As they sailed across the ocean, the weather was calm. But the closer they got to the island, the more nervous they felt. This island looked different from the last one. It was covered in thick fog, and there were no signs of life. "This place feels strange," Leo said, looking around. Emma agreed. "We have to be careful." They docked the boat and stepped onto the island. The air was cool, and the ground was soft and wet. They followed the map, which led them deep into the foggy forest. Chapter 15. The Enchanted Forest. The forest was unlike anything they had ever seen. The trees were tall and twisted, and strange flowers glowed in the dim light. Every step they took seemed to echo through the silence. "Do you hear that?" Emma whispered. Leo stopped and listened. In the distance, they could hear the sound of singing. It wasn't like any bird song. It was a soft, beautiful melody. "That sounds like music?" Leo said, surprised. "Yeah, I think it's coming from that way," Emma said, pointing toward the sound. They followed the music and came upon a clearing. In the middle of the clearing was a beautiful fountain made of silver, with water flowing out in gentle streams. The music was coming from the fountain itself. "This place is magical," Emma said in awe. Chapter 16. The Water Guardian. As they approached the fountain, a soft voice spoke from behind them. "Who dares enter my domain?" the voice asked. Emma and Leo turned to see a figure stepping out from the shadows. It was a woman with long, flowing hair and a crown made of flowers. "I am the guardian of the water," she said. "You have come seeking the secrets of this island, but first, you must prove yourselves." Emma and Leo looked at each other. They weren't sure what to do, but they knew they had to try. "How do we prove ourselves?" Leo asked. The guardian smiled. "You must solve the riddle of the fountain." Chapter 17. The Riddle of the Fountain. The guardian spoke the riddle. "I can be long or short. I can be grown or bought. I can be painted or left bare. I can be round or square. What am I?" Emma and Leo thought hard. They had never heard a riddle like this before. "I know," Emma said, excited. "It's a box. A box can be all of those things." The guardian nodded. "You have answered correctly. You may continue your journey." Chapter 18. The Lost Treasure. With the guardian's blessing, Emma and Leo followed the path that led deeper into the island. Soon, they arrived at a large stone door covered in vines. "This must be it," Leo said, looking at the map. They pushed the door open, and inside, they found a room filled with gold coins and jewels. But in the center of the room was something even more precious, a large crystal, glowing with a soft light. "This is it! The real treasure," Emma said, holding the crystal. Leo smiled. "We've found it." Chapter 19. The Return Home. With the crystal in hand, Emma and Leo made their way back to the boat. They sailed home, the treasure safely stored in a small chest. "This has been the best adventure ever," Leo said, looking out at the sea. Emma agreed. "We learned so much about magic, puzzles, and working together." They arrived back at their town, where their parents were waiting for them. "We're so proud of you, too," their mother said. "You've been on an incredible journey." Chapter 20. The True Meaning of the Adventure. As Emma and Leo sat at home, looking at the crystal, they realized that the treasure wasn't just about gold or jewels. It was about the lessons they had learned along the way, the importance of teamwork, courage, and curiosity. "The real treasure is the adventure itself," Emma said, smiling. Leo nodded. "And we've only just begun." With that, Emma and Leo knew that many more adventures awaited them, filled with magic, mystery, and discovery.